All the ponies who were outside that day stared as they saw a white Pegasi walk into town. She was strange looking and gave off a frightening vibe. Her eyes were covered by a deep shadow, and only one was showing, for the other was covered by her long hair that even the mane seemed to drag on the ground. Her front hooves were covered by something that looked like socks. They were white and black striped. She wore a spiked choker, and she had 4 earring piercings in both ears, 1 stud, 2 loops, and the top seemed to be replaced by metal. The back hooves seemed to have chokers on them, but they were large and almost looked similar to the one around her neck, except they didn't have spikes on them. Her long hair was black and blue, most of it being blue, but the top being black. Her icy blue eyes stared at the ground, as she seemed intimidated by the rest of the ponies, even though it should have been the other way around. She wouldn't look at anybody, and almost seemed on edge, as she would twitch every now and then. Nobody came up to the mare who walked into town, and nobody seemed to mind that she was there, everybody being too frightened of the pony. Applejack, the first of the 6 friends, was the first to notice her. "Hey, y'all, who's the new mayor?" she said, looking at her friends, raising her eyebrows. "I don't know, Applejack." "How about we go and introduce ourselves?" Twilight said, her wings ruffling a little bit as she smiled gently to the orange mare. "All right." Darlings, I don't think she's used to people." "Why you say that, Rarity?" "Look, she's not even looking at anybody. She seems on edge. Maybe if we do try to talk to her, we should be gentle." The white unicorn said gently, "You're right, Sugar Cube. She does seem a little jumpy." Applejack said, eyeing the Pegasus a little closer. "She's really pretty," Fluttershy said, only Rainbow Dash being able to hear her with her quiet voice. "Wow, Fluttershy, didn't think you'd be the first one to say it."
I was just,
Fluttershy seemed to be lost at words, not trying to mean the way she did. Rainbow Dash laughed, throwing her front hoof around Fluttershy's neck. "I'm just messing with you, Flutters," she said, nuzzling her hair.
Right.
The 6 friends walked over to the white Pegasus, and she almost ran off, being too frightened to talk to them.
"Hello. My name's Twilight. What's yours?"
Twilight said, looking at the white Pegasus. She didn't answer, shuffling her hooves in the dirt.
Storm.
Nobody was able to hear her.
"What was that?"
Twilight said, trying again, trying to sound as gentle as possible.
Storm.
Twilight felt like she was trying to talk to Fluttershy when they first met.
"Could you tell me one more time, sweetie?" Storm.
It came out as a squeak and stuttered as she looked at the ground, trying to hide behind her mane.
Well, my name's Twilight, and this is Applejack, Rarity, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, and Rainbow Dash.
Hi.
Pinkie Pie yelled, making the white Pegasus flinch and cower.
Oh, hi.
So, why'd you come to Ponyville, sweetheart? Sugar Cube? Applejack said, trying to start conversation and evaporate the awkward area. Was all she said, stepping backwards, but bumped into Rainbow Dash, making her jump in the air. Her wings folded out, revealing scars underneath them. She felt even more intimidated and nervous than before as the 6 mares stared. Nobody knew what to do when they saw it. Nobody knew how to react. All Storm wanted to do was run and hide, but her legs wouldn't move, and neither would her rings. She just stood there, trembling, and she felt warm tears roll down her cheeks as she started to cry. "Aw, Sugar, it's all right," Applejack said, trying to comfort the distraught mare.
I don't...
The mare couldn't seem to make out her sentence as she curled up on the ground, crying. She tried again, once again failed. "Sugar, you don't have to tell us if you don't wanna." The mare finally began to sob as she curled up on the ground, crying hard, her hooves over her face as she sobbed into him.
I...
Was all she managed to say, never actually making out a full sentence. She just continued to cry. She felt her body being engulfed by magic as Twilight picked her up and put her on her back. She didn't make any move to stop her, trembling so bad she didn't even think she would be able to walk if she tried, much less run away or fly. So she made no objection, just continued to cry. "How about you get some rest, all right? You look tired." The mare didn't reply as her eyelids slowly began to grow heavy, and she let out a small yawn as the 6 mares began to walk back to the castle where Twilight lived. "Oh, hey, Twilight. Who's that?" Starlight said when they got to the castle. "Her name's Storm. She just came here. We don't know much else. She seems to have been through a lot." "Oh, well, she can use my bed if she wants. No, we have a spare room somewhere. I just gotta find it." "All right. Do you want some help?" "No, she's surprisingly really light. And she looks like she hasn't eaten in a long time. Where did she come from?" We didn't get a chance to ask. She seems shyer than Fluttershy. Is that even possible? Well, we just found out. Well, I'll go tell Spike that there's gonna be another mare in the castle, so at least he'll know. Thanks, Starlight. No problem, Twi. Starlight walked off to find the dragon, and Twilight began to search for the spare bedroom she knew she hadn't somewhere in the castle. Where is it? She mumbled, teleporting it to each room. She let out an annoyed sigh, but then finally walked into the right room. Here we are. She laid the tiny mare down on the bed and covered her up, then took the saddlebag off of her. She didn't look through it, not trying to be rude, but soon her curiosity got the best of her, and she searched the bag. There was barely anything in there. There was a stuffed toy of a bear, and a few other things that didn't seem right to belong to a bear like her. She let out a sigh, closing the bag and placing it next to the bed, taking out the teddy bear and putting it beside the mare as she slept peacefully. "Where did you come from?" she murmured as she sat down at the other side of the room and read a book, waiting for the mare to wake up. It took a while, but the mare finally woke up, her icy blue eyes fluttering open as she groaned, and she almost rolled off the bed.
Where am I?
She murmured sleepily. "Hello," Twilight said, and scared the mare half to death, making her jump into the air again. "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you."
It's okay.
She said, trying to hide behind her mane again, sitting on the bed, holding her bear tightly. You're in a castle. Do you know what that is?" she said, and the mare looked puzzled for a moment, trying to figure out what that meant. But then it finally clicked in her head, and she nodded.
Yeah.
"Good. Where did you come from?" Twilight asked, trying to sound as gentle as she could. She wanted to know everything there could about this mare, where she came up from, where those scars came from, and why she looked so disheveled and broken. The mare seemed to freeze up and not looked up and couldn't look at Twilight as she shifted on the bed. I came from... She paused, trailing off, staring off into space. I came from... Memories flashed inside her mind, and her eyes widened, her pupils contracting. Terror filled every inch of her body as she began to shake violently. The memories of where she came from played in her head as she tried to stop another wave of tears from coming, but that didn't last very long. All of a sudden she was crying, sobbing, holding her head in her hooves. I don't want to go back. Please don't make me go back. I don't want to go back. I don't want to. Twilight pulls the mare into a hug, holding her gently. It's all right. I'm not going to make you go back. I don't want to go back to the lab, she said, finally. It shocked Twilight. Lab? She repeated, and the mare nodded, trembling even more now that she finally said the word. What lab? Can you show me? On the map?
It's not on the map.
She said, trembling. Well, you can show me the area.
I don't want to go back. I don't want
she said, voice trembling as she shook violently.
It's all right. Calm down.
Here. She gave the mare a glass of water, and she took it. Just drink this, and try to calm down. The mare drank it, and almost coughed it up. It was medicine, not water. She sputtered a little bit and wiped her mouth.
What was that?
She coughed again. It was some medicine.
What? Why? I'm not sick.
Your appearance says otherwise. You're lighter than a filly. You're covered in scars. You look like you haven't got a decent meal in years, and it looks like you haven't slept. And
Stop. Just stop.
the mare cut Twilight off from her rambling.
Please.
She said, her voice a lot louder, and it grew dark. The intimidating air seemed to thicken as her eyes changed to a red color, scaring Twilight to step back, her ears folding backwards. I'm sorry. Her eyes changed back to blue, and horror filled them.
No, I'm sorry.
She grew nervous again, fiddling with her hooves.
I didn't mean to get mad. Sorry.
She said quickly.
I shouldn't have gotten angry. Please, don't hurt me.
Why would I hurt you for getting mad? It's my fault for pushing you. The white mare looked up at that, seeming shocked that she didn't get hit, for it was something she was so used to.
You're not gonna hit me?
She squeaked.
No. Why would I? That would be mean. And I would never hurt a friend. Friend? Yes. I'm gonna be your friend. Would you like that?